When Magic Johnson stepped in front of reporters on November 9th, 1991, no one expected history to change in the matter of seconds. Under harsh lights, cameras fixed on him, he delivered a sentence that echoed far beyond basketball. He was living with HIV. He was just 32. At that moment, he wasn't only a superstar, he was the face of an era. A player who had redefined joy in sports, who made arenas feel alive the second he walked in. Yet in one announcement, the noise of championships, fame and success seemed to disappear into silence. What made that moment unforgettable wasn't only the diagnosis, it was who it happened to. Magic had spent his life proving expectations wrong. Too tall for his position, he dominated. Too flashy, he turned it into an art form. Too confident, he backed it up every single night. But this time, there was no opponent to outplay, no strategy to outthink, just something invisible and unstoppable. He stepped away from basketball immediately. For the public, it looked like the end. But the truth is, what came after was far more difficult than retirement itself. The real story didn't unfold on the court. It unfolded in quiet moments, away from fans, away from cameras, where fear replaced applause. For decades, Magic carried something inside him that the world didn't fully understand. While people debated, judged, and speculated, he was simply trying to live, to stay alive, to protect the people closest to him. At home, the pressure was even heavier. His marriage faced a storm few relationships could survive. His family had to stand strong while the world watched every move. And still, somehow, he kept showing up with that same smile. Long before fame, Magic Johnson was just a kid growing up in Lansing. Life wasn't easy, money was limited, but discipline and hard work were everywhere. His father worked long hours. His mother raised a big family with structure and strength. From that environment, one lesson stayed with him forever. Nothing is given. You build everything yourself. Basketball started like it does for many kids, just a game. But for him, it quickly became something more. Late nights on outdoor courts, endless practice, a vision for the game that felt ahead of its time. By the time he reached college at Michigan State University, it was clear this wasn't normal talent. This was something special. Then came the 1979 championship game, a clash with Larry Bird that would define a generation. Millions watched, and in that moment, Magic announced himself to the world. Soon after, he joined the Los Angeles Lakers, and everything changed. In the 1980s, Magic didn't just play basketball, he transformed it. Fast breaks became art, passes became highlights, the game became entertainment. 5 championships, multiple MVP awards, a rivalry with Larry Bird that elevated the entire sport. He made greatness look effortless. But life rarely stays at its peak forever. Years later, during a routine medical check, everything shifted. No crowd, no cameras, just a doctor's office and a life-altering result. Before the world knew, before the press conference, his first thought wasn't about fame or career. It was about his wife, his unborn child. That fear, the uncertainty, was something he had never experienced before. And when the world finally found out, the reaction wasn't simple support. There was confusion, doubt, even fear from people around him. Some didn't understand the science, others didn't try to. For the first time, Magic wasn't facing defenders, he was facing misunderstanding. What the headlines never showed was the emotional cost. Living with HIV wasn't just physical, it was mental, daily, relentless. Every morning brought medication, every decision carried weight. And yet the world expected him to be a symbol of hope every single day. That kind of pressure doesn't disappear, it builds, quietly. When basketball ended, he didn't stop, he rebuilt. Instead of chasing the spotlight, he focused on business, especially in communities that others ignored. He created opportunities where none existed, not charity, real investment, real impact. Over time, he built something just as powerful as his basketball career, only this time it wasn't about trophies, it was about legacy. Behind everything, one thing mattered most: family. His relationship, tested by crisis, became stronger over time. His role as a father changed him in ways nothing else could. He learned, he adapted, he grew. Because real strength isn't just about winning, it's about evolving. Magic Johnson didn't defeat HIV, he learned to live with it. That's an important difference. His survival is powerful, but it also reminds us of something deeper. Access, timing, and resources matter, and he's been honest about that. Today, people still see the smile, the confidence, the legend, but behind that image is a man who has faced loss, fear, pressure, and judgment, and kept going anyway. Not because it was easy, but because he had reasons to keep going. And maybe that's the real story.